Everybody, please take your seat. We're going to start in 2 minutes. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone to be here. Guys in the back, please take your seat. We're going to start. Thanks everyone to be here. The new people, I'm very glad that we can share this moment. We had an amazing first panel. Thanks for the legends, pioneers to be here. It's, as a snowboarder, kind of like a dream come true. So thank you. Now we're gonna start with the girls in snowboarding, which is something very exciting for me. When I started, it was obviously like less girls snowboarding, and I wasn't okay with this. I was just like, if you want to snowboard, for me it was like everybody was included, but it wasn't the case. And now seeing all the amazing girls snowboarding, and more since, like, Anna, you can talk about it, how it is here, but let's start by introducing yourself. Please tell us who you are and what you do.
My name is Bettina Roll. I came from a mountain village called Geilo, 3 hours from here. And I'm a professional snowboarder. I retired this autumn because of an injury, but I'm on the national team out this season. So I'm snowboarding for fun right now and need to just take it easy, but enjoying that as well.
Thank you so much.
So my name is Emin King and I'm 15 years old. I've been snowboarding since I was 2 years old in my pink outfit and pink board. And yeah, I hope to become a pro someday. Yeah.
Yeah, you will. Yeah. Anna.
Hello. I am a little bit nervous actually, and also a little bit nervous of speaking English. But yeah, talking about legends, we have some girls here that I also think are pretty legendary in what they do. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to be sitting here with you guys. But yeah, hello, my name is Anne. I grew up, I'm not going to take my whole story, but I grew up in a very small town. It's not a town even, it's a countryside in Norway. And I started snowboarding 5 years ago. And I run this very cool thing called Girl Shred.
Hello, my name is Hanna Eilertsen. I'm also on the national team, but also just retired as a Bettina. I've been on the national team since 2014. Yeah, I grew up at Vøyninga, just 30 minutes from Oslo. And yeah, I feel like I've been snowboarding for my whole life. And
what did you say to me? You were snowboarding for how long?
I started snowboarding when I was 8. So, and I just turned 27, so I realized it has almost been 20 years, which feels crazy. Yeah.
How was the beginning for you? Like, I'm curious, like, what drew into snowboarding? Was like, is there a girl that put you into it, or maybe a older brother or something?
Yeah, so I started when I was 8 years old, and it was my older brother Håkon who introduced me to snowboarding. And I also grew up at the small hill Kirkebakken, where we were very lucky to have a lot of good local riders to look up to, like the RK1 crew. And yeah, even though we didn't have the best park, I think it was a really good community, and yeah, that was really inspiring, and I think that's what motivated me to keep snowboarding.
Thank you so much. Anna, like, I didn't know you started just 5 years ago. Like, how old were you back then, 5 years ago?
You never ask a woman about her age? I don't know what to do in France.
I mean, why just 5 years ago? Like, what made you start snowboarding?
Okay, so what year is it? It's 2026. Okay,
COVID,
so
COVID time.
it started in COVID. So COVID was the perfect time for me, to be honest, because I really had the time. I have a lot of things I do all the time. People that know me knows that I'm busy, and I love being busy. And I'm kind of like a golden retriever. Whenever I see people, I just want to talk to them all the time. But at this point, then I really had to sit and be by myself and figure out what do I enjoy doing. And I had some friends at that time that I met in Bali, because I broke up with my boyfriend and went on a finne meg selv-reise to Bali. And then I discovered just surfing. And then I met some girls that lived in Oslo and they were snowboarding. So they took me snowboarding during COVID. And I mean, everyone who's here really knows how that feeling really is when you get into it and you're just being outside in the mountains with your friends. And yeah, it's something else that I really envy anyone to feel. And that was the starting point for me with snowboarding, just like being in nature and meeting all these amazing people.
And Go Shred started right away. When you started, you were like, I'm gonna do a project to bring people together, or it came like a few years after?
And no, it came pretty fast, if I'm allowed to say that. But it was more like it was more like I grew up at the countryside, as I said, and it was only me and a couple of sheep because I lived at a farm. So I kind of missed having friends, and I missed having a community. And yeah, it sounds sad, but it's not. It was really nice, I think. But I think I created something that I missed as a child, because having people around you cheering for you, just getting out the door. You don't have to do like sick tricks, or you don't have to be like a professional. You just have to like go outside and meet other people. That is the first step. So I met some awesome girls, and after that I was like, okay, making all these Facebook messaging groups saying, oh, should we go skate, should we go snowboard? And then I made this one big group, and I'm into photos and Instagram and social media and everything. So I made this Instagram, and then I just saw like, this is something that girls needs, because it grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and I think people kind of misunderstood what Girl Shred was in the beginning. But yeah, it's kind of blew up from there, and we started traveling around.
Thank you. Yeah. Shout out to you. What about you? Like, what made you start?
What made me start was my parents, because I had my parents did snowboarding, so they put me on the snowboard when I was 2 years old.
Coolest parent on earth.
So we went snowboarding and skateboarding and like later on surfing, and my dad built a skateboard park in my backyard so I could skate every day. And they took me to Tryvann, and later on got me to competitions in Norway, like Norwegian Cups and then like it was really fun to just in the start just be with my parents, and later on I got a girls group and riding with the boys and met a lot of good people.
Are your parents here?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I hope that is That's amazing. Thank you for sharing the story. Please. How did you start snowboarding?
So I've been pretty lucky since I've lived in Oslo since I was 3 years old. So I had the slopes right outside my door my whole life approximately. So started snowboarding was when I was 6 years old already. We were 5 to 6 girls that wanted to start snowboarding together when we started elementary school. So yeah, we just find joy in that together, and we're always together doing the snowboarding, and had a really big snowboarding environment as well back at that time, with a lot of trainers in to train us. And yeah, I already started competing when I was 12 years old in the Norwegian Cups in Osemina. And from then on, it's been a huge part of my life since then.
When you started, personally, when I studied snowboarding, it wasn't that super welcoming world. You know, it was my experience, like very scary to get inside the snowboard shop because it was older people, and it was like, if I ask a weird question, somebody's gonna be like, "Who the fuck is this kid?" And it happened to me. You know, it was like I went to my shop, I asked for this snowboard on the wall. It's like, "Can I buy this board?" He said, "No." "This board?" "No." "That one?" "No." And it was the only option. And I went home. So it was like my first experience in snowboarding, and I'm curious to know, like, did you feel welcome when you started, or did you have to carve your own space?
Back then it was a big snowboard environment for me, and I had my girls group from the start. So I was pretty lucky. I was never alone about it, and it was kind of normal at that point that people snowboarded in Geilo. So I was pretty lucky back then. But then when I got to competing and I got involved with other girls from Norway, it kind of felt more intense, and I didn't really fit in with these girls in the beginning. So it was more lonely in the slows back then, and kind of felt like the pressure got to me at that point. So worked pretty hard on myself to get the mindset to keep going from there, but I'm really happy I did.
Thank you for sharing the story. I guess for you it was also like you were like surrounded by people. You didn't feel like forced to snowboard, I guess?
No, we like, as you said, we're a big girls group. Not the same as Bettina because I'm a bit younger, but now it's actually the same because there are a lot of good girls riding at my age in Norway and around the world. So it was pretty like fun to do, but also much pressure. Yeah.
Thank you, Anna. Well, did you feel like with your, you talk about the shit and things, like did you feel like included when you started, or it was like you had to hustle a little bit when you started snowboarding to bring people together?
I feel like it came pretty natural because with good people there is more good people, and I mean, I think Trivan has something very magical, and snowboard has, or board sports has something real magical, and that is you can be whoever you are, you can have what kind of interests in your daily life, work, you can dress however, and you can be a nerd or, yeah, and you go up to Trivan and everyone is the same, and you share the same love for being outside and for being snowboarding, and so I felt it was pretty easy to get a community and get people going and making them understand how fun it is to actually go up there.
So is everything cool in snowboarding?
Sorry?
So is everything cool in snowboarding to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just like,
I'm not sure if I
I mean, I'm just asking, what about you? Like, did you feel included right away, or it was like easy to make your space?
I think honestly it was a little bit of both. Where I grew up, I think we were 2 girls and probably 50 boys or something, and this was back when I was 8, and it's not like the girls, it's not like we had our own like coach or anything. We were riding with the guys, and you know, as kids it's a bit chaotic, and you know, you have to fight to get your turn. But yeah, it was just fun back then. And then I guess when I got older, there was a period where I think it was a little bit more challenging for girls to, you know, break through in Norway. And I think maybe there was a little bit more focus on the guys and maybe their needs, and what they wanted, and I think maybe girls in general needs a little bit of a different approach and coaching style, and I think since it was not as much focus on the girls, a lot of girls ended up quitting. But I think it has gotten a lot better today, and that was a long time ago. And yeah, it's.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you remember when that shift was, and do you remember if there was something in the industry that shifted?
I'm not really sure exactly when. I think, or it wasn't like a specific time. It was more like I don't know. It's not like I can put like a year, but I think it's just like with everything changing, and it's more focused on like equality and equal rights for everyone, and I think that has also like happened in the snowboard community. So yeah.
Do you still feel there are barriers today to start snowboarding for a lady or a female?
No, I think that has gotten a lot better. Like I said, there's it's a lot more focus on like equal opportunities and supporting the girls, and I think Anna has definitely done a really good job there. With Girl Shred and like shifting the focus towards the girls, and creating a really like inspiring and inclusive community, and I think that's really great.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know what should change in the industry right now. What should change for you? Like, is there anything like if you have like a magic stick, you can change something in the industry? For the ladies, what should change? Let's go straight into it.
Money.
Money?
Yeah.
Let's talk about money.
Yeah, but it sounds bad, but you can see like the industry is struggling, and people don't buy as much as they used to, and I think for making it more accessible and for girls, I think there should be more girls events, and I don't know, more girl focus. It takes time and it takes money, to be honest, because it does. Let's be fair. And I think it just takes a kind of a different approach and a different focus, because as Hanne said, you can see that girls, they need a little bit of different push, because whenever I talk to guys and I ask them, how can I progress, or how can I do this better, it's almost like you just have to do it, or you need more speed. But I need to like figure out, okay, you should look behind your shoulder, or you should do like this, and you should think like this. It helps, and I think girls are cheering on each other in a whole different way than boys, perhaps. We wait on each other, and we applaud, and we take our time. So maybe just give some space and give some time and more money.
I have to say that riding with the guys, like the guys are also very supportive. But yeah, I think just we need a different approach to progress, maybe. So yeah, just like acknowledging that,
Yeah, the guys are really supportive. They are. Just have to say, I don't mean like they don't support, because some of the guys have been so supportive. We have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, Alex, I just want to say to Hanne, I know she's really shy, but she works at Kiwi, then goes snowboarding and goes fully into a career, and it's so inspiring. And how much have you done for girls in Norway to inspire girls is impressive. And the same with Hanne.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Talking about supportive guys.
I think that's amazing. Could you, Anne, maybe, did you ever experience like a moment that you think it was unfair? Like in terms, you talk about money, let's go, you know, I'm not afraid to shake the coconut tree, not afraid at all. Did you notice like, I don't know, some stuff that you think was unfair compared to like what you, maybe like a friend of you had like 2,000 for the same event and then you had like peanuts? Like did you ever experience something like this?
No, not like that. But I experience when I contact different ski resorts, trying to make events happen across Norway, across Sweden. It's difficult to make it as good as we want to because they don't have the resources, they don't have the time, don't really understand the concept of giving girls the space that they deserve, and just for closing the park for 2 hours for one day during a year, just for the girls to just go out there and dare to try stuff. I can really see that it's difficult for some resorts to make it happen for us.
Why is it, according to you, or what's the barriers like?
Maybe they don't really see the value, and I think that is so sad because it's such a good value to have people enjoying your resort and especially like having girls come and showing that you are supportive of the communities, the different communities. You don't have to be like a professional. Snowboarding is for everyone. Yeah.
Thank you. Talking about money, did you? What's your experience so far with sponsors and stuff?
We have like Gjensidigestiftelsen gave money to KIF, that is like snowboard, what's it called? Snowboard club. And they gave like a lot of money to make a good camp for the girls. So KIF invited the girls to go snowboarding together and have like snowboarding, bowling, and just be together on a hotel like in the weekends. And I think that is a really good thing because then we get to be together.
And I have a question for you. Do you guys talk about money? Like, is something is like in France culturally, you know, it's like not allowed to talk about money. It's like, what if you say you get more than your friend and you know jealousy or whatever? Are you like open to talk about like the money you make? And it's something that I could ask you for as well. Like, is it something that's secret because then it creates drama, or are you just open to say like, yeah, this is what I make a year and I'm happy about it?
Will you answer?
Yeah, you can if you
I don't think the
about it.
girls are cashing in.
Yeah? No? What about you?
Not that openly, no. We can like talk about if it's something that's hard to make happen because it's lack of money or resources, but not like specifically how much or whatever. But yeah, it's always been hard to make things go around with your life as well as snowboarding because it's a lot of money with the equipment and the traveling. So for a Norwegian girl to make enough money to make things go around, it takes a lot for some, and someone is not that lucky to get sponsored enough as well. So for me, I've been really lucky with the snowboard club at home that's been providing me with money for competing. So I've been living my dream to compete internationally for some years now, but not every girl has that. So yeah, it can be difficult.
What still needs to change in terms of sponsorship and opportunities?
Yeah, like many people are not seeing the worth of a girl snowboarder as well as a male snowboarder sometimes, because we are more underestimated, I feel like, because we can't do the biggest tricks or aren't as well known as whoever male snowboarder in the world. So I feel like people need to be a little bit more open-minded and actually see, okay, but what can we do to actually cooperate and make something work both ways? Because we both have a lot to come to the table, for sure.
But yeah. And do you get some frustration sometimes when you talk to the marketing team and say, hey, this is the project that I have in mind, this is what I want to do? Do you think that sometimes they just like slow you down, or do you always like, do you think the brands that you partner with we're always listening to you?
I've always been teaming up with brands that have the same visual as I am and have the same values and actually sees me for the snowboarder that I am. So I've been lucky there to find brands that actually share that and really appreciate me as a snowboarder and see what I'm doing with it. So yeah, I think that's really important as well, to find the people that actually sees you for the athlete that you are.
Thank you so much. What about you? What do you think about like what should change in terms of sponsorship? You're pretty young, so maybe you have like a limited like vision about it. But what's your experience so far?
For me, it has been good because the board shop team took me really early, and they helped me become like seen. So that kept me going. And like about the money, they gave me a lot of stuff so I can keep going on snowboarding. And I think that I haven't been really able to see if there's something bad about sponsoring, because I've been taken good care of.
Would you write for any brand for money?
Could you explain?
No, when I was in Lax, we talked about the previous stop. We were with some writers, and we talked about like the energy drink company, you know, taking care a lot of their writers. And what's your take on this? It's like, do we have to write for brands that we don't really feel connected with to make a living, or should we stay, you know, like the integrity of, you know, doing whatever you want despite the money?
I think it's really important to write for like sponsors that you like the boards and the clothes and things you like, and of course the sponsored like people. So yeah, I think that's really important to like do the things you like.
Yeah, but sometimes it's like, you know, to me it's kind of like I'm tired to hear like you have to write for Red Bull and Monster to make a living. That's to me like, if you write for those companies, that's fine. If they take care of you, that's fine. But I think that's not true. I think that and even like all the brands that are here, like you see like Rome and like K2 or Salomon, I think it's time also to, I don't know, find a way to turn, you know, to make these things different. It can't be like, oh, if you want to make a living, you have to write for those companies. What do you think about it? Is there like any options for us nowadays?
I think that many people ride or like ride for the sponsor that gives a lot of money to be able to compete, but some people just like ride for the things they like. But I think there's different people thinking different things, but if you want to get to the top, some people might be wanting to get sponsored by the things they don't really want.
Anna, what do you think about it? Like with Go Shred, you talk with the industry, you know, brands. Are you open to all the brands? Like for example, like when I was in Lax, I saw Zalando. You guys know Zalando? You heard about it? Okay. So Zalando present their Lax Open. I don't know what you feel about it. It's kind of crazy to me. Before it was Birkin presenting like the Lax Open. So should we let all the brands coming into our industry because they come with big money, or should we at some point stand up and say, stop it? We have to. I don't know. What do you think, Anna, about it?
It kind of depends what the end goal is. And I think Burton also was a very big part of the Lax Open though. But talking to the industry, especially when I am making deals, I think I have said no to some because it doesn't really, it's not the value or the core, it's not the core values that we are seeking, because it's important for us also. For instance, we don't take money from someone that destroys or are not sustainable, for instance, or thinking about like drilling oil or whatever. For us, it's important not to like do the collaboration with people that are destroying the main thing that we love doing, is being outside. So yeah, we've been saying no to kind of a lot of people.
I think that's important, right? To sometimes, just like stand up for something, you disagree for, and like, this is, I guess, like how we started snowboarding. Snowboarding was like, to me, a culture that was like, my parents couldn't understand, like, what is snowboarding? Why are you doing this? I was maybe the only snowboarder in my little like resort, and I was proud of it. And I think it's important to not agree with everything, and I think it's important to stay true to what you want, and that's what you said with Go Shred. Like, you could accept all the money in the world to create bigger things, but I think it's also important to keep like integrity. That snowboarding is. What do you think about, like, should we accept, one question for you, everything because it's like money, and money we all know like helps, that's for sure, that's a true thing. But should we say yes to everything because that's money, because that's sexy, maybe? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. But I also understand that it's hard, because sometimes you just want to make it, or you want to make things happen, and then you have to rely on these bigger brands. So I understand that it's difficult to say no and make good choices in life. Of course, it's difficult, but for instance, for Girl Shred or for me personally, I think it's super important to not go in with deals that I know is so bad for the rest of the world. But if you see it in some sort of way, there's always brands. No one can do the good things 100% all the time. You will always find some flaws in everyone, especially if you start looking and digging a little bit. But but if you have some core values that you really want to take good care of as a person and as a brand, then you need to stick to it.
I have a story of Gigi Ruff that made me cry, and I hope you wouldn't take it like personally. But I was I think I was in France, and he came with a Burn hat. It was like a time when Burn was like sponsoring snowboarding, and I look at him and was like, "Oh, you have a new sponsor," and he had like tears in his eyes, like, sorry for that. I felt it, and I think it's important to, like, again, like, I don't want anyone think that I have something against Monster or Red Bull, because I think they really like support the cause. They create amazing events. But I think it's important that the riders that embrace those brands, do it because they care about the brand. I think it's important, because behind those brands there are amazing people, right? And I hear a story of like people like saying like, "Oh, I don't give a shit about the brand. I just get the money," and that pissed me off a little bit. I think it's important to, like, you can write for anybody, but respect the people that give you money. That's my take on this. Yes.
I hear you talk a lot about money, and I think it's really interesting. I want to ask a question: what is money and what is support? And I also really curious to ask a question to the people on the panel if you got any support from anybody that you didn't forventet.
Expected.
Thank you. Expected to get support from.
Thank you, that's interesting.
Because support can come from like anywhere, you know, like snowboarding is all about having fun, supporting each other, and sometimes you get support from places you didn't expect to get it. And that could be money. That could be like a
Your parents,
just
for example?
maybe, you know, you never know, right? Or a stranger, something that made your day, something made your jump, something made everything.
I think that's very interesting what you say, because I think like you can make stuff in snowboarding that is coming from like different world. Like you're right, maybe like talking to your city, and you know like there's like ways to produce your own dream and project. And I think it's a good idea of like maybe like trying to talk to some like cultural organization to help you know, promote and realize your project. And I don't know what you think about it. Do you just like reach out to the snowboard industry, or do you sometimes think like there's like many other ways, like maybe a crowdfunding, like to help, like, no?
Yeah, funny thing, so I had this April Fool's joke the other day, where I said that we bought this cabin in Ville. Yeah, sorry about that, we didn't. But the thing is, people started saying you should do like a crowdfunding thing. Yeah, like what do you call it in Norwegian? Ikke vips, men splice. To actually gather money and get the cabin. So it's all about like the community coming together because they want something to happen. That is the most, I think that is the biggest thing for us. It hasn't really been a lot of brands that has said, I'm gonna support you in this kind of way, with money especially. And we haven't really needed it either, because what we want to do is give people stuff when they arrive. Like, for instance, now we're going to do the pipe jam, and we are giving away DD stuff, for instance, and that is a good value in itself. And for us, I know I said something about money, but it's not the most important thing for us. It's about creating something for the community. But speaking of the April Fool's thing, it was a person that, because we are starting to get a lot of mails and messages on Instagram, for instance, where one of these guys were an electrician, and he said, "Oh, congratulations with your new cabin. I would love to come and install some electricity." So we do have some people that are just throwing stuff at us. So yeah, but if we do our splice, then perhaps we can. Yeah,
That is support.
that is support. Yes.
Talking about events, what's happening tomorrow? Just because you're here, like, what's happening tomorrow in Tryvann? What are you organizing and inviting the people to come with us?
So tomorrow, or this weekend, is closing weekend in Tryvann, unfortunately. So we are hosting our annual Girl Shed Pipe Jam. So the crew at Oslo Parken, they are grooming the pipe as we speak, so it will be fresh for us tomorrow. And that, yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I just need to say thank you to Tryvann, because they have been supporting us since day one. They have given us the space. They are actually grooming the park and putting on in the work for us, which are really nice. So applause for Tryvann. Yeah. So tomorrow we're heading up, and I think we have 50 sign-ups for girls going to the pipe jam. And after that we have cash for drinks, and that is unisex, so everyone is welcome to come and join and watch, and all the girls are welcome to come try the pipe.
Thanks for what you're doing. Thank you for doing. I have one more question for you, and maybe someone here can ask you questions if they want. What are you hoping for girls snowboarding in the future? Everyone, like, what's your hope for girls in snowboarding?
Worldwide.
What?
Worldwide.
Worldwide.
What do you hope for? Like,
Me?
Yeah.
I hope that girls can watch other girls and be confident and believe in themselves from a younger age, and that we support each other and doesn't make snowboarding or other sports difficult. Vad fan heter det? Accessible?
Yeah.
Is that a word? Yeah. And just make it accessible for everyone from an early age, and make people believe in themselves. Yeah. Get it?
I wish for more role models like you guys. Because
what about what are you hoping for snowboarding in the industry?
I feel like it's so easily to get scared of today's snowboarding because of the level that is also on the girls' side, but not only on the boys' side, because it's crazy how the girls are killing it as well in the world right now. And it's so inspiring to watch what's possible, but also don't remember, do not forget to have fun snowboarding, because at the end that's what's the most important. You don't have to be the best or to be fearless to do snowboarding. You can do it because you just like it and you can just enjoy it, and that's what matters. So I really just hope that other girls can also not only look at the girls who have the biggest tricks, but also look at the girls who rides with passion, and you can really see when a girl is passionate about snowboarding and loves what she does. And I feel like that's even more impressive to watch a girl just ride with her confidence and her personality on the board. It's so I really hope that girls are taking inspiration from that as well in the future.
What's your hope?
As Bettina said, I hope that all the girls have fun, because that's the most important thing for me. And whenever I go riding, I have fun. So when I'm competing with my friends, I think it's really important to just be yourself around everyone and then have fun. And I hope, as you said, have confidence in yourself, believe in yourself, and
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I want to say one thing about Emina, because I remember Emina coming to one of our events when we started in 2020, 2021. We had we have this indoor dome called Snö, and Emina was there, and she was snowboarding very well at that time too. But seeing her progression has been insane. It's so good.
And you have to say something as well. I'm waiting for you. What's your hope?
That everyone, all the
Snowboarding
girls,
get cool again.
just to have fun, because that's the most important thing. And don't let anyone tell you what you're capable of, especially not based on your gender. And also just ride for yourself. Don't compare yourself to others, and not think too much about what other things. Go out there, try something, and I feel like it's very easy to compare yourself and being scared of trying something new because you're scared of being judged or not being good enough and all that. But honestly, that's all in your own head. And once you kind of get over that, I feel like snowboarding gets a lot more fun. And at least it was like that for me. And I think, yeah, just don't care too much about others' opinions.
That's amazing what you say. That's amazing. You can say, shout out to the lady. Thank you so much for amazing time.